Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing a room tour and also showing you how I use my room to film my YouTube videos by using green screen and just like this filming talking part. I filmed a room tour a couple months ago and it got really popular on my channel, but kind of rearranged my room, so I wanted to show you what it looks like now and also be able to show you how I film my videos, just because I know a lot of people ask how I use my green screen the way I do or the way I record my videos, and I might show a little bit of clips of how I edit them on Final Cut Pro. This is kind of just very random video. When this does go live, I will be in Europe, so I am pre-recording this, and I wasn't really entirely sure how I wanted to film this video, what I wanted this video to be like, but I kind of just started recording some clips, and I'm going to kind of be putting clips over my face as I talk right now, just so I can kind of explain to you my process, my creative process in making videos. As for my room goes, the only thing I really changed was I moved my bed around. I got a drawer and got rid of my bookshelf, and then I got a new desk. I wasn't really planning on getting a new desk, but I went to Goodwill and I saw these blue file cabinets for each for like $3, and I really wanted to use them and somehow in my room. And my mom had this white desktop that she was gonna send to my brother for college, but I decided that I would break apart my desk that I have and use these file cabinets and the tabletop to make my own desk. So like I said, I'm going to be putting clips of the desk and things around it, I guess, over on top of my face, just so you guys can get a good visual guide of what I'm talking about. But the best thing about these were they were only $3 a piece, and they came with locks, so I am able to lock up some stuff. I don't really have anything I actually need to lock up, but it just makes me feel a little bit more safe and secure with the things I have, just to know that I can lock them up if I need to. And of course, I have this clear top from IKEA that I got that I talked about in my last room tour. I saw it in another person's room tour, but I decided I wanted to talk about it again, and so it's really a lot better having it on a white desk, just because my last one was black and it is kind of like a foggy, clear top, so it doesn't actually look very clear on a black desk, but it looks a lot better on my white desk. And sometimes what I do is I charge my phone on this desk during the night, just because it's really easy for me to get up in the morning, roll over, pull my phone off the charger, and then scroll through Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat for like an hour before I should be getting ready, and that just cuts into a lot of my time. So it is helpful to have it charging on a desk when I actually have to get up in the morning, and it just gives me that motivation to, since I'm already up, I might as well get in the shower and then scroll through my phone when I have a chance later in the day. The next big change I have to my room is I got rid of my bookshelf and this thing I used to hold my socks, underwear, shorts, and those type of clothes, and instead I went to IKEA and picked up this panel drawer for about $100. I kind of wish I had found something a little bit cheaper, just because then my parents would have helped me out, but they didn't help me pay for this one even though I needed a drawer. But I already had something similar, not similar, but I already had something in my room that I was using, so it was just kind of like an extra thing I wanted. So I went and picked it up and spent like an hour or two assembling it myself. It was kind of difficult, but it wasn't too bad. I like this a lot more just because it's a lot more spacious than my other one. My other one was about 5 or 6 paneled, and they were all kind of small, and so these are 3 really big ones, and I feel like it's really helpful to have that much space. And I also was able to put my record player on top, and I just really like the way it looks. It looks really cute. And then behind that I have my windowsill, and it has all my plants. I have quite a few that I've accumulated. I actually had a plant haul a couple videos ago that I talked about them, so I'm not going to go through them, but I will show clips of what it looks like and just zoom in on some of my favorites. And then next to that I just have my clothing rack, which hasn't really changed that much. I just kind of got rid of some pants and added some shoes to the bottom. And then I repositioned my bed. It was facing this way, how I'm sitting right now, but now it's facing this way, so the foot of my bed is to my right now, when it used to be like right behind me is where I'd lay back. I was really regretting after I had initially moved it, but my mom said to give it a day, and if I really still didn't like it, then I could just move it. But after giving it some time, I think I might have actually been gone from the house that night, so I came back the next day, and it felt more comfortable, and it felt more roomy, and it felt more dynamic for the kind of YouTube videos I film in my room. I just feel like it was good spatially, and especially since I have this new backdrop behind me. And speaking of my backdrop, it wasn't my last video, but it might have been the video before that. I have the same backdrop just with less pictures, and so I did order 25 more free from, I think it was Parabo Press. I think all I had to do was put in the 25 pictures I want, and then I think I upgraded, so instead of being 4 inches, I did 5.5, and then that added about $8. So I think it was about $15, I believe, total, but then I found another coupon code online, so I think it was about $10 total, which I think is really great for 25 prints. Initially, I had the bottom row at the top, but just by the way it was filming, you would only be able to see a little bit of me before it reached the top, because I wanted to have it all around me. So I did move the top layer all the way to the bottom just so it would fit a little bit better when I'm filming, sitting and filming like this. Now my room is not exactly finished because I do have this one wall where I'm going to be showing you where I film, and I used to have just this one strip of my wall completely bare. I wasn't going to add any posters or anything because I wanted to have just a little bit of my wall that I could film, but once I started using green screen, I have this entire screen that I could use, and so now I think I'm actually going to be filling up the entire wall with pictures and posters of things I like. You'll see what I mean when I show the clips, but it's a little bit hard to explain right now since you've never been to my room. But I think right now I'm just going to skip into how I start filming and just kind of give you a little walkthrough of how I set up my, I was going to say office for some reason, how I set up my workspace, and I also, this kind of the same application goes for when I do photo shoots in my room. I just don't really use green screen when I take pictures. So when I'm filming, I start moving everything away from my window that could potentially block light. I could definitely do this a lot more since I do leave a couple of my plants up, but I take my biggest plant that I know is going to block the most amount of light and I move it out of the way where I know that it won't affect the lighting in any way. And then I move my vinyls onto my bed or just anywhere where I have space, just because I want as much light as I can coming into my room, just because my room is very, very dark and doesn't have a lot of light coming in, so I only have this one window to work with. And then after that I will get a car reflector, and it works really, really good for reflecting light, and so I will position it in a certain way so that it hits the green screen and that it illuminates me when I'm filming. This is really, really complicated when I'm trying to explain it, but you'll see the clips and see exactly what I mean, and it makes perfect sense like once you see it. My camera actually just turned off, so I'm just gonna keep going from where I think I remember. Hopefully I don't forget anything, and if I do, I'll just leave a little note and just letting you guys know. So sorry about that. What I do is I move everything away from where the green screen is gonna be, and that includes my laundry basket, my desk chair, my light, and my fan. Sometimes I completely take them out of the room, but sometimes I just push them against the door or against the wall. It's just at least they'll be out of the way. So then I grab the green screen and I put it up on these nails that I put in my wall, which is not the best thing to do, but I've already done it, so it's too late. And then I pull it all the way out and kind of have it so it has this slope so that none of the lighting kind of looks weird, or that it kind of is a problem to work with post-production. And I don't always do this, but sometimes I'll put a piece of tape on the corners just so I know that it won't move, because I have had times where it does move backwards when I'm filming, so where I initially cropped the frame so that it would just be green screen, there's now floor, which isn't really a problem just because I can crop the video again, but it's just nicer to have it so you don't have to worry too much about those little details, and you can kind of just edit kind of quickly because it gets into a pattern of what you're looking for and what will make it look best. But then I just go up and I stand where I want to, and I use this remote shutter I have, and it auto focuses to me. And sometimes I'll put like a little mark there just so I know to not go above or too far back below the line, but I usually just kind of guesstimate just because it's pretty easy that way. It's pretty easy to stay in focus just because my lens is an f4, so it does already have kind of a bit of leeway with staying in focus. And then once I get myself in focus, I'll get out of the frame and I'll walk in and I'll start recording, and I kind of just move around, and however I want to show up the outfit. I'll probably, if I have a jacket, I'll do off shoulder, I'll spin around, and then I'll also do this kind of clip where I stand looking all directions, standing exactly still. So I'll have one facing this way, facing back, facing that way, and then I only take a small snippet of each clip of where I'm facing, and I speed it up really fast so it looks like I'm spinning around. But pretty much just play around with what you think looks good. It's always going to be different between each person, how they want to style an outfit or like show it off. So it's pretty much up to you how you want to do it. But then once I'm completely done filming the outfits, I'll move on to the talking video where like this, and then I'll move the reflector I have, the car reflector, I'll move it from one side of the window to the other side so that instead of the light pointing that way, it's pointing over here to me. It's easy when I do the one where I'm filming outfits because I have these little clips that I can clip to my coat or jacket hanger, but I don't really have that with over here. As you'll see, I kind of just wedge it in between my drawer and my desk just so it kind of fits. And also you'll see in the video how if you slightly move it, the lighting will move in a completely different direction. So it's helpful if when you're sitting down and you're looking at the camera, if you can see that the reflector is all white and you know that it's reflecting to you. When you're watching the video, you'll see what I mean, because it'll either be silver as in the reflecting color, or you'll see it as all white, which is just the lighting coming in from the window. But that's pretty much all to the video. I don't really know what else I have to talk about. I showed you everything new in my room and explained how I film my videos, and so I'll probably do a little bit of showing how I edit in Final Cut Pro with keying. It's not too difficult once you get the hang of it, but I'll just show you exactly what I do really quickly. But if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to my channel, and also hit the bell if you want to be reminded every single time I post. Like I said, this is a pre-recorded video, so I am in Europe, so definitely let me know in the comments some videos you want to see when I get back, or videos you want to see on the trip. I'll probably be like almost back with the trip once this video is up, but I want to know what you guys want to see anyways. So thank you guys so much for watching and seeing my room and how I film, and I'll see you guys next week with another video. Bye!
Got my fire on my aux cord. What's your preference? Do you like rap or rock more? Whatever that you like, I got it all for you. So what it do? I got a lot more time, so we can unwind.